Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Juice Baseball channel, and welcome back to the finale. It will all come down to this. Regardless of if we win a championship or not, this is the end. The final Juice Baseball video for probably a while. Maybe until MLB The Show 25 comes out. Maybe we do something in the meantime before that. I don't know for sure. But it is guaranteed to be the last Indianapolis Bolts relocation franchise video. We already wrapped up the Padres recently. Unfortunately, we had to wrap up the Blue Jays a little bit early, but we have wrapped up everything except for this. This is the final thing that we have to take care of. In the last episode, we finished up the season. We simulated all of August and all of September. We finished with 113 wins and a playoff appearance. Very easily the number one team in baseball by a good margin. The Phillies were next to the 102 wins, but by a good margin, we were the most dominant team in all of baseball, and we currently have the best player in baseball, not just the best pitcher in baseball, the best player in baseball, because Paul Skeens comes away with the Cy Young and the MVP for this season. He's a 3-time Cy Young Award winner in a row, and he's got an MVP alongside it. So the best pitcher in baseball is certainly Paul Skeens, the best player in baseball. We also have Ohtani, our ace, Yuri Perez, although at this point Paul Skeens probably should be our ace. Then we've got Hunter Green, who came back from his injury and pitched pretty well in the few games that he got back before the season ended. And then Andrew Painter had a really solid year. We have a very deep bullpen, and we have a very, very good lineup. We brought in Spencer Steer a couple episodes ago. We obviously brought in Ohtani. We still have a very, very good young team and a very, very powerful team. So I like who's missing here? What's this? Oh, third base. Oh, it's because they moved freaking Reese Hines down again. Why do they keep messing with my roster? So the pitchers are right. All that's right. Who's here that shouldn't be here? Because Reese Hines should be back on the playoff roster. So who do I need to move down? It looks like everybody is where they need to be. I guess we don't need Jefferson Cuero, probably. We don't really need Jefferson Cuero, I don't think. Honestly, we don't need Christopher Morel. I don't think we do, at least. But I don't think we need Jefferson Cuero. Do we need Kobe Mayo? Or Cole Young? Cole Young had a pretty solid year. Kobe had probably a better year because he played a little bit more. I don't think we need Cole Young. We're going to remove him from the playoff roster. But we have to add Reese Hines to the playoff roster. So Cole Young's going to get removed from the playoff roster. Okay, so I don't know why they keep messing with that. So now Reese will play third base for us, as he has most of the season. Oops, that's second base. Oh, they have Juice playing third base. Okay. I don't hate that, but I don't really want Frelick playing second. I'd probably rather have... Who's playing second here? Oh, it's Juice. Let's just have Juice play second both times, and then we'll have Reese play third. Okay. There we go. I like that a little bit. We need to have Ohtani... I think Ohtani needs to hit against lefties, and then, we'll have Morel hit against righties. I guess for right now, I kind of don't want him hitting against anybody. You know what? I'm just going to have Morel out of the lineup. We're going to have Ohtani DH against both sides of the pitching. And that's going to be our playoff roster, for at least right now. And if you're not familiar with how the playoffs work on the channel, we go quick manage for each game until we need to, hopefully, not jump in. But if we do need to jump in, then we will. But we will take it game by game. And this will be the entire playoff run, so if we lose in the first round of the Marlins, then that's how it's going to happen. But if we keep moving on, hopefully we do, then we'll keep moving on. So let's get started here. Game 1 of the NLDS against the Miami Marlins. The Bolts are 2-time World Series participants, 1-time champions, and Yuri Perez will get the ball for Game 1. Here we go. Let's see what transpires here. Going against Shane Bieber, a former Indianapolis Bolt, and we already have a 1-0 lead. You love to see it. I need Yuri Perez to pitch a gem, and he already allows a 2-run homer. Okay, Reese Hines hit a home run, though, so it's good that we added him to the playoff roster. It is 2-2. Come on, team. I need Adley Rutschman-type performance. I don't need him to actually be the one to do it. I mean, I'd love if he was, Jackson Churio hits a home run. But I need a performance like that from somebody. And Adley, speaking of the devil, he hits a home run right there. It's 4-2. How long are we going to keep Yuri in? Riley Green hits a home run. Seems like that's all we can do is hit home runs. We don't know how to score any other. Okay, there we go. Ohtani with a double. Yuri Perez is going to get the 7th. They keep cycling through their bullpen. I think I'm going to pull Yuri Perez for now. We're going to bring in Mason Miller. And Mason will be able to get out of the 8th. Good job. 2-run homer by Rhys Hines. Man, he's got 2 home runs in this game. Ohtani with the home run as well. I guess it was a good idea to put Rhys Hines on the playoff roster. And Spencer Steer with the home. Oh my God. We are crushing the Marlins. And you know what? I don't want to burn my bullpen in game 1, so we're going to keep Mason Miller in. Oh my God. What an 8th inning. Home run after home run. Rhys Hines gets player of the game. I guess it was a good idea to put him on the playoff roster as we destroy the Marlins in game 1 of the NLDS. Game number 2 is going to be the best player in baseball getting the mound. So we'll see how Paul Skeens does. I would expect him to do similar things to what he did in the regular season. But he does have a history the past couple of years of kind of choking in the postseason. So we'll see what happens here. And he's got the bases loaded. I don't know how we got out of that, but I'll take it. It's crazy that the Marlins didn't have a hit and they had the bases loaded because he walked. I think he walked the bases loaded. That's kind of crazy. All right, the bats are not really working, are they? Edward Cabrera seems to be controlling the game pretty much. Juan Soto with a double and an RBI by Berger. It's 1-0. Okay, Skeens, I'm going to take you out now. We're going to bring in Gregory Santos. Gets a double play. That's huge. Oh, how do we get a double and not do anything with it? Come on, guys. There it is. Jackson Churio with a 2-run homer. That's huge. And oh, don't put Penn Murphy in the game. A 2-run homer by Shohei Ohtani. Oh, what a change. What an absolute change. And Garrett Crochet will come in to end this one, hopefully. Oh, they tied it up. Garrett Crochet and a walk-off by Victor Mesa. Or not a walk-off. We're the home team. Duh. What am I thinking? Absolute insanity. I'm not going to jump in, though. I think the team can get it done, and we can't. Oh, we lose game 2. Wow, Garrett Crochet lost us that game. That's crazy. I definitely would not have put my money on Garrett Crochet to be the one that is responsible for that loss. That's for sure. All right, well, we're 1-1 in the series. Game 2, we go down to Miami. Ohtani's got the mound. Riley Green with a solo shot. You love to see it. And a solo shot from Nolan Gorman off of Ohtani. You don't love to see that. Come on, Shohei. 1 run scored. Okay, it's 2-2. Oh, Shohei, you gotta do the job. You gotta do the job. It's 2-2. He's doing a good job now. I could really use another Rhys Hines performance, that's for sure. Double play, single. 1 run scored, Marlins lead. Another one scored, 4-2. We've shown that we can dominate in quick succession, but it doesn't look like we can do it there. Okay, I'm going to take Ohtani out. We're going to bring in Abner Uribe. We do need to do something here, though. Top of the 9th, and we lose the game. Trevor Rogers comes in and finishes it. All right, we are down in this one. Maybe I should have jumped into that one. I didn't think I needed to, but I guess now I have to jump in. Because it is game number 3, or game number 4, I mean. We are down 2-1. This is our elimination game. Ohtani doesn't look like they've got their best stuff. It's Shohei Ohtani. I think he's got his best stuff. They bring out Shane Bieber. We start this one with 2 runs, which is nice. And oh, never mind. They start with 2 runs as well. Victor Mesa crushes Hunter Green. I could really use a big performance. Hunter Green was so good in the postseason last year. I could really use another performance like that this year. But that's a Jackson Merrill 2-run shot. It's 4-2. Is this going to be too much to handle? Are the Marlins going to be the better team this year? Oh, my God. Hunter Green, 5 runs? The offense doesn't seem to be working. We're going to bring in Kyle Harrison. We really could use the runs. There we go. Triple from Riley Green gets us on the board again. Another run scored. A 3-run homer. I think that's our season done. Kyle Harrison has just sold us the series. I mean, we could bring in somebody. Mason Miller, I guess. 2-run homer by... Oh, it's over. It is all over. Our season is in the books. Wow. Well, I got to jump in here. But our season's over. Five runs? I mean, there's no way we can score this many runs, but I'll try. Ohtani's at the plate. We need 6 runs in a half inning to keep our season alive, or we will be done in the first round of the playoffs. This is not how I envisioned our series finale going. I thought we'd at least make it out of the first round. But apparently our pitching staff, even though it's probably the best in baseball, forgot how to pitch, which seems to be a constant theme with me, isn't it? And that's already one down. So our season comes down to these last 2 hitters. Adley Rutschman and Juice are the last 2 hitters that we have. And Rutschman will just chop one to third base, and Berger will field and on to first. And we are down to our final out in the season. It's the Juice. It's fitting. The final out of our series comes down to the Juice. Good take. 2-1 count. There's no way we can rally with 2 outs. It's just not possible. That's a chopper to second, or to shortstop, I mean. Swanson on to first, and Marlins take the divisional series. We have lost in the first round with 113 wins. But that's baseball for you. That is baseball. The best team in baseball falls in the first round. What an embarrassing way to end the series. I mean, it's a good thing that we already had success with a World Series victory a couple of years ago and then another World Series appearance last year, but having lost the World Series last year and then having not even made it back to the World Series in year 5 is very annoying and frustrating and embarrassing. But that's baseball for you. We just didn't show up. Garrett Crochet lost us that game in Game 2. Maybe I should have jumped in that game. I didn't think I needed to. I thought Crochet would be able to get it done, but he didn't. And then Ohtani just did not pitch very well in Game 3. And Hunter Green did not pitch very well in Game 4. So I just couldn't trust my pitchers. I thought that I finally had a pitching staff that I could trust, and I just simply could not do it. So it is NLCS Phillies and Marlins, and then ALCS Twins and Tampa Bay. And it looks like, we got some exciting things happening here. The Twins make it back to the World Series for the second time. They're the defending champs, and they are 2-0. But it's 3-2. The Marlins come back down 2-0 to win the World Series over the Twins. So I guess if you want to look at the bright side, even though I hate this way of thinking, we lost to the eventual World Series champions. Soto gets the MVP of the World Series. Postseason MVP goes to Julian, and then it goes to Jackson Merrill as well. So, yeah, little bit of a disappointing, not a little bit, very disappointing end of our season. I mean, we made the playoffs every single season we were a team. We played 5 years of baseball. We made the wild card 2 years in a row. We made the World Series 2 years in a row, and then we make the NLDS. So at least we got a championship. At least we didn't end on a super sour note like where we failed for 5 years. We didn't win a championship, but we do win a championship in season 3. But that's just frustrating. I mean, with the way that our staff is, with the way that this team looks, yes, it's all righties, but it still should be able to get the job done. I mean, you can interchange Kyle Harrison and Andrew Painter if you want to. It still should have got the job done at the end of the day, and the lineup should have been able to get the job done too. I mean, look at all these names. We have 90s across the board. We have a couple of 98 overalls. We have so many talented players that just could not get the job done. It's an embarrassing loss, but that is baseball for you, ladies and gentlemen. That is baseball. So that's going to wrap things up. That will wrap things up here in Indianapolis. I don't know what's next for the channel. We are going to go on a little bit of a break, a little bit of a hiatus. I don't know how long the hiatus will take. It could take until MLB The Show 25 comes out in March. That's very possible, but I don't know for sure. All I know is that the Padres series is wrapped up, the Blue Jays series is over, and now the Indianapolis Bolts was the last thing we needed to finish, and we have now officially done that. We won a championship, at least one championship with every single series we had this year. We won 2 with the Blue Jays, right? Before that got corrupted. We won 1 in the final year with the Padres, which was absolutely amazing. I can't believe I finally did it. And then we won 1 here in Indianapolis a couple of years ago. So all 3 series were a success this year, which is nice. It's always the goal, obviously, is to have a successful season, a successful rebuild. And I don't know what my plan is next year. I talked about in the Padre video how I was thinking about going back to the American League and possibly doing the LA Angels, because I think the obvious teams that people are going to rebuild in MLB The Show 25 are going to be the White Sox and the Oakland A's, or I guess the A's, because I don't. They're obviously not in Oakland anymore. I don't know if they're going to be called the Sacramento A's or what they're going to be called, but they're not going to be called the Oakland A's, and they're not there anymore. So though the A's and the White Sox are the 2 teams that are obvious, the go-to rebuilds for every person in MLB The Show 25. There's probably some other ones, maybe like the Pirates or the Nationals or stuff like that, the usual suspects. But since we just did the Padres in the National League, I like to go back and forth every single year. We started with the Reds in 22. In 23, we did the Royals. In 24, we did the Padres. So in 25, we'll probably go back to the American League. And I was thinking probably doing the Angels, because Angels have a pretty long history of failure, especially in recent time. I know they have a World Series in, like, what was that, 2000? Was it 2000 they got the championship, or was it 2002? Because I know it wasn't 2001. That was the Diamondbacks. It was either 2000 or 2002. Maybe 2000. No, 2003 was the Marlins. I don't remember. It was either 2002 or 2000. I can't remember exactly what championship or what year they won the championship. But they do have a World Series in the 2000s decade. So they haven't had success really at all. I mean, they had 3 of the greatest players to ever play baseball on their team at the same time. Yes, Pujols was a little bit older at the time, but they had Mike Trout, they had Albert Pujols, and they had Shohei Ohtani on the same team at the same time, and they couldn't even make the playoffs. So the Angels have a long history of failure and depression and failed expectations and all that kind of stuff. So they seem like a perfect team to rebuild next year, and that's probably my go-to team. That's probably what I'm going to be thinking of. I don't know if I'm going to be doing another relocation team like I did this year. I probably won't. I'm definitely going to be doing another Legends series. I always do a Legends series every single season, so we're definitely going to be doing a Legends series, and we'll probably move back to the National League for that, because we were just in American League with Toronto for this year. So we'll probably do another Legends series. So those will be the 2 things going on the channel at the main time. I don't know if we'll do a third thing. I might do another Road to the Show. That's a possibility. We might do another Road to the Show, because I did have a fun time doing the Road to the Show, especially once we got to the very end and we just were winning championships and hitting like 700 bombs a season and stuff like that. So that was always fun. So I might do another Road to the Show series. But I don't know. I don't know for sure how many other things I'm going to do on MLB The Show 25. And like I said, I don't know if the next time you'll see me on this channel is MLB The Show 25. I don't know. There might be something that I squeeze in the meantime. Maybe if I get the bug and I want to record something for the channel, maybe that's what happens. I don't know for sure. But if it isn't, then the next time you will see me would be the start of MLB The Show 25 in probably March, I think is when it comes out. Late March, middle March, with MLB The Show 25. So that's probably the goal. That's probably the plan. But yeah, I had a good time with this series. I had a great time on MLB The Show 24. I know it didn't really get a lot of the hype that it usually gets, because a lot of the big-time hardcore creators kind of fell off of the game, mainly because the game wasn't as fun as they wanted it to be, and also because College Football 25 dropped during the summer, and that took a lot of the attention away. But I had a good time on it. I always have a good time on baseball games. Baseball games are a fun game to play. They're always such a chill. They're a way more chill game than like a 2K game or a Madden game, because baseball is a more chill sport. Obviously, you can just sit back, you can relax, you can just play. You can do a bunch of simulation. MLB The Show has one of the quickest simulation engines in modern sports gaming, I should say. So you can get through a bunch of seasons very quickly, and yeah, it's a fun game. I enjoy MLB The Show, and I hope you guys enjoyed it too. Obviously, you did, because you watch these videos and stuff. But that's gonna do it. That is gonna do it for me on the Juice Baseball channel for the immediate future. Who knows what happens a month from now or 2 months from now or whatever. But yeah, I will I will wrap things up. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys enjoyed the series. If you did, leave it a like, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club, and I guess the last thing is I'll see you guys, instead of in the next one, I'll see you guys possibly in MLB The Show 25. Peace.